Chapter 1. The Rejection. The moon is full and merciless, and I am standing in the center of the great circle with my heart in my throat and my wolf trembling beneath my skin. Today I am 21. Today I am supposed to find my fated mate. The pack has gathered, 200 wolves in human form, their eyes glowing with anticipation, their voices a low hum of excitement that vibrates through the clearing. Torches flicker. Drums beat a slow, primal rhythm that matches the pulse in my veins. I am wearing white. Mother insisted. White for purity, white for new beginnings, white for the mate who will claim you under the moon. The dress is simple, linen, sleeveless. I feel naked. I feel small. Alpha Kalen stands on the stone platform at the north edge of the circle. He is beautiful. That is the first thing everyone says about him. Kalen is beautiful. Golden hair that catches the torchlight. Eyes the color of summer wheat. A body carved by running through forests and fighting for dominance. He has been alpha for 3 years, since he killed his own father in a challenge. The pack whispers that he is merciless. The pack whispers that he is fair. I have loved him from a distance since I was 15. Not the love of a mate. The love of a subject for a king. The love of a wolf for the strongest among us. But tonight, the moon will decide. Lyra of the Silver Creek Pack, Kalen's voice rolls across the clearing, deep and commanding. Step forward. I do. My bare feet find the cold stone at the center of the circle, the altar of bonding, where fated mates have found each other for 3 centuries. The stone is etched with runes I cannot read. Magic hums against my soles. Kalen descends the platform. He moves like water and steel combined, grace and danger. The crowd goes silent. The drums stop. He stops 3 feet from me. Close enough that I can smell him, pine smoke, musk, power. My wolf stirs. She is curious. She is hopeful. Lyra, he says, and his voice is softer now, intimate in a way that makes my breath catch. Do you know why you were chosen for this ceremony? I shake my head. My voice has vanished. Because you are an Omega, he says, and there is something in his tone I cannot identify. Pity. Disdain. The first true Omega born to this pack in 40 years. A murmur ripples through the crowd. Omegas are rare. Omegas are precious. Omegas are supposed to be the heart of a pack, the healers, the soothers, the ones who can calm a raging beast with a touch. But we are also vulnerable. We are also desired for what we can give, not who we are. Kalen lifts his hand. His fingers brush my cheek. My skin ignites. My wolf howls inside me, a sound of joy and recognition. This is it, I think. This is the moment. He is my mate. The moon chose him for me. Kneel, he says. I kneel. The stone is cold against my knees. Kalen's hand moves from my cheek to my hair. He grips it, not gently, and tilts my head back so I am looking up at him. His eyes are flat. Empty. I reject you, he says. The world stops. I reject you, Lyra of Silver Creek. I reject the moon's claim. I reject your bond. His voice rises, carrying to every corner of the clearing. You are not worthy to stand beside me. You are not worthy to bear my mark. You are weak, and your weakness would poison my bloodline. I cannot breathe. I cannot think. My wolf is screaming, a sound of agony that vibrates through my bones. Kalen, I whisper. Please. Silence. He releases my hair with a shove that sends me sprawling backward on the stone. My palms scrape against the runes. Blood wells. You are banished from Silver Creek. You have until dawn to cross the northern boundary. If you return, you will be killed. The crowd is silent. No one moves. No one speaks. I look up at the faces I have known my entire life. My mother, her hand pressed to her mouth, tears streaming but her feet rooted to the ground. My brother, Torin, his jaw clenched, his eyes on the dirt. My best friend, Mira, who looks away. No one will defy the Alpha. Kalen turns his back on me. It is the ultimate dismissal. In wolf culture, to turn your back is to say, you are not a threat. You are not worth watching. You are already dead to me. I stay on my knees for a long moment, blood dripping from my palms, the white dress staining red. Then I stand. My legs shake, but they hold. I do not run. I walk. Through the crowd, which parts like water. Past my mother, who does not reach for me. Past Torin, who mutters, "I'm sorry," so quietly I almost miss it. I walk north, toward the boundary, toward the forbidden woods, toward whatever waits beyond the only world I have ever known. Behind me, the drums start again. The celebration continues. I am already forgotten. Chapter 2. The Crossing. The northern boundary is marked by a line of blackened trees that look like skeletal fingers reaching toward a sky the color of bruised plums. Dawn is still 2 hours away, but I do not look back. I do not stop. My wolf is wounded. Not physically, though the scrape on my palms burns, but in the way that matters. A rejection by a fated mate leaves a mark on the soul. I can feel it, a cold darkness spreading through my chest like frost on glass. Soon, it will cover my heart completely. The old wolves say that a rejected mate who does not find a new bond will lose her wolf spirit within a year. She will become human. She will become hollow. I do not want to be hollow. The forest beyond the boundary is called the Forbidden Woods because no wolf from Silver Creek has entered it in living memory. It is the territory of the Beast King. I know the stories. Every pup does. He was an alpha once, the greatest of his generation. He loved a witch, and she cursed him when he spurned her. Now he rules the wild lands as a monster, half man, half beast, all rage. He kills any who enter his domain. He has no pack, only ghosts. The stories are meant to keep us afraid. They are meant to keep us south, obedient, controlled. I step across the boundary. The air changes immediately. It is colder. It tastes of pine resin and something else, something ancient and electric, like the moment before lightning strikes. I walk until my feet bleed. The white dress is torn by branches, stained by mud. I am shivering. I have not eaten since yesterday morning. I have nothing, no food, no water, no weapon. Just the rejection mark burning cold against my sternum and the slow death of my wolf spirit creeping through my veins. When the sun rises, it does not warm me. The trees here are too dense. The light filters down in thin, green-gold beams that illuminate mist and moss and the bones of small animals scattered among the roots. I find a hollow beneath a fallen oak and curl inside it. I tell myself I will rest for an hour. I tell myself I will keep moving. I fall into a sleep that is not sleep, a darkness filled with the sound of Kalen's voice saying weak, saying unworthy, saying poison. When I wake, it is night again. The moon has risen. And I am not alone. Chapter 3. First encounter. I smell her before I see her. Omega. Female. Young. Terrified. And something else. Something that makes my beast stir in a way it has not stirred in 10 years. I am hunting when I catch her scent. A rogue wolf, large, male, diseased, has crossed into my territory from the east. I have been tracking it for 3 hours. The kill will be quick. The kill will be satisfying. But then the wind shifts, and I smell her. My first instinct is rage. No one enters my lands. No one survives. I have killed wolves for less. I have killed humans for sport. I shift mid-stride, my beast form tearing through my human skin with practiced violence. I am larger than natural wolves, twice the size, with fur the color of storm clouds and eyes that glow silver in darkness. The curse did this. The curse made me a monster that cannot be killed by normal means, cannot be reasoned with, cannot be loved. I follow her scent through the undergrowth. It leads to a hollow beneath a fallen oak. She is curled there like a child, her white dress shredded, her dark hair matted with leaves and blood. She is shivering. Even in sleep, she is shivering. I should kill her. That is the law of my territory. Intruders die. But I stop. Because she is beautiful. Not in the way that triggers lust, though my body responds to her omega scent with a violence that shocks me, but in the way that triggers memory. She looks like someone who has been broken and is still breathing. She looks like I looked, once, before the curse hardened me into stone. I step closer. A twig snaps. Her eyes fly open. They are green. Not the green of summer leaves, but the green of deep forest pools, dark, still, hiding depths. For a moment, she does not see me. Then she does. She does not scream. That is the first thing that surprises me. Every human, every wolf, screams when they see my beast form. She does not. She goes perfectly still. Her breath stops. Her eyes widen, but they do not fill with the madness of terror. They fill with something else. Recognition. No. That is impossible. You're the Beast King, she whispers. Her voice is hoarse. Exhausted. But there is no pleading in it. No bargaining. She states it as fact, as if she is naming a storm or a mountain, something powerful and indifferent. I shift back to human form. It is a conscious choice, and it costs me. The curse prefers the beast. The human form is a cage I wear like uncomfortable clothing. Naked, I stand before her. I do not care about modesty. I have not cared about anything in a decade. Who are you? I demand. My voice sounds like gravel and thunder. She pushes herself to sit. Her movements are slow, careful. She is assessing whether I will strike. Smart girl. Lyra, she says. Lyra of, she stops. Her jaw tightens. Just Lyra. I catch the hesitation. The shame. I know that flavor of pain. I have tasted it myself. Why are you in my woods, just Lyra? She looks at me directly. Most cannot meet my eyes. She does. I was banished. I had nowhere else to go. Banished by whom? Alpha Kalen. Of Silver Creek. The name means nothing to me. The pack means nothing. But the way she says it, his name like a blade in her mouth, tells me everything. Your mate? I ask, though I already know. The rejection mark is visible now, a dark stain spreading across her chest like ink in water. Rejected mate, she corrects. Her voice does not waver. He said I was weak. He said I would poison his bloodline. I feel something unfamiliar. It takes me a moment to identify it. Pity. I crush it. Pity is dangerous. Pity leads to attachment. Attachment leads to the curse consuming what is left of my humanity. You should have died in the woods, I say. The rogues would have killed you by now. Or worse. I know. Why didn't you? She looks down at her bleeding palms. I don't know. I think I was waiting for something. For what? She looks up again. Those green eyes meet mine, and I feel a pull that has nothing to do with lust and everything to do with gravity. The kind of pull that drags ships to the bottom of the sea. For the end, she says. Or for a reason to keep going. I haven't decided which. I should walk away. I should leave her to the forest. I should let the curse have its way and forget this fragile, broken thing that smells like rain and sorrow. Instead, I extend my hand. Come, I say. If you're going to die, you might as well do it somewhere dry. She stares at my hand. It is scarred. The nails are thick, more claw than nail. It is the hand of a beast. She takes it. Her fingers are cold. Her grip is surprisingly strong. I pull her to her feet, and she sways against me. Her scent fills my lungs, Omega, yes, but something else beneath it. Something wild and ancient that makes my beast whine instead of roar. Can you walk? I ask. Yes. Liar. I scoop her into my arms before she can protest. She weighs nothing. She feels like a bird in a storm, too light, too fragile, too alive. She does not fight me. She goes limp, her head against my chest, her breath warm against my skin. I carry her through the woods, toward the mountain fortress that has been my prison and my kingdom for 10 years. The curse thrums in my blood, angry, hungry, warning me that this is a mistake. I ignore it. For the first time in a decade, I ignore the curse. And I do not know why. Chapter 4. The Beast's Keep. I wake in a bed of furs. The room is stone, rough-hewn walls, a ceiling lost in shadow, a single narrow window that shows a slice of night sky crowded with stars. A fire burns in a hearth across from the bed, casting dancing shadows that make the stone look alive. I sit up too fast. The world spins. I grip the furs and wait for my vision to clear. The bed is massive, built for someone much larger than me. The furs are thick, wolf, bear, something else I do not recognize. They smell of smoke and pine and something darker. Something that makes my wolf stir in a way she has not stirred since the rejection. Him. I remember being carried. I remember arms like iron wrapped around me, a heartbeat that sounded like war drums, the impossible gentleness with which I was laid down. The Beast King. I look down at myself. The white dress is gone. I am wearing a man's shirt, linen, oversized, smelling of him. Panic spikes, but I force it down. If he wanted to harm me, he would have. If he wanted to claim me, he would have. I am alive. That is more than I expected. The door opens. The man who enters is not the beast I saw in the woods. He is human-shaped, but barely human. He is taller than Kalen, broader, built like a mountain that has decided to wear skin. His hair is black, tangled, falling past his shoulders. His face is harsh, sharp cheekbones, a jaw that looks carved by axes, a mouth that seems unused to smiling. But his eyes are the same silver I saw in the beast's gaze. They catch the firelight and reflect it back like mirrors. He is wearing pants. Nothing else. Scars cover his chest, dozens of them, some faded to silver, some still pink and angry. One runs from his collarbone to his hip, a jagged line that speaks of a wound that should have killed him. He carries a tray. On it, bread, cheese, a clay cup of water. "You woke," he says. It is not a greeting. It is an observation. Yes. He sets the tray on a stone ledge beside the bed. He does not come closer. He keeps a distance of 6 feet, as if I am dangerous. As if I am the threat here. "Eat," he commands. I eat, or I will force it down your throat. You are starving. I can smell it. I reach for the bread. It is rough, dense, nothing like the soft loaves from Silver Creek's bakery. I tear a piece with my teeth and chew. It tastes of earth and effort. It tastes like survival. He watches me. His arms are crossed. His posture is defensive, closed, but his eyes track every movement I make with an intensity that makes my skin prickle. Where am I? I ask between bites. My fortress. The mountain. You are in the eastern wing. This room is yours. Mine. For now. His voice is flat. Until you heal. Until you can walk without falling. Then you leave. I stop chewing. Leave. Yes. I do not keep prisoners. I do not keep guests. I do not keep anyone. He says it like a law. Like a prayer. You will heal. You will go. That is the arrangement. And if I don't want to go? His eyes narrow. You do not get a choice. No one stays in my territory. No one stays near me. The curse, he stops. His jaw tightens. It does not allow for proximity. The curse. He turns away. His back is as scarred as his front, a landscape of violence written in flesh. Finish eating. Sleep. Tomorrow, Varek will bring you clothes and show you where you may walk. Do not enter the western wing. Do not go below the mountain. Do not leave the fortress grounds without escort. Who is Varek? My beta. My only packmate. The only one the curse has not driven away or destroyed. He pauses at the door. Without turning, he says, "You did not scream. In the woods. When you saw me. No. Why? I think about it. The truth is simple, but it sounds impossible. Because you looked sad." He goes still. So still he might be stone. Then he leaves, closing the door with a sound like a final word. I finish the bread. I drink the water. I lie back in the furs and stare at the ceiling, where shadows dance like ghosts. I am in the Beast King's fortress. I am alive. And for the first time since Kalen turned his back on me, I feel something other than numbness. I feel curiosity. Chapter 5. Prisoner or guest? She is still here. 3 days, and she is still here. I have told myself every morning that today she will be strong enough to leave. Today I will point her toward the eastern pass and watch her go. Today I will forget the way she looked at me, not with fear, but with recognition of something I did not know I was showing. Every morning, I fail. She is in the courtyard now. I watch from the upper balcony, hidden in shadow. Varek gave her clothes, simple wool pants, a linen tunic, boots that are slightly too large. She has tied her dark hair back with a strip of leather. She is practicing walking. Her gait is unsteady. The rejection mark is still spreading, a dark web beneath her skin that Varek says will kill her wolf within months if it is not countered. I should not care. I have no reason to care. But I watch her. She moves to the center of the courtyard, where a fountain runs dry. She places her palms on the stone rim and closes her eyes. She breathes deeply. I can smell her from here, Omega, yes, but with an undertone of something that makes my beast pace inside me, restless, confused. She is trying to summon her wolf. I know the effort. I can see it in the tension of her shoulders, the flutter of her pulse in her throat. She is calling, and her wolf is not answering. Because the rejection is killing the bond between them. I should turn away. I should go to the training yard and beat something until the curse quiets. I should do anything but stand here, watching a broken girl try to piece herself together. She opens her eyes. She looks up, directly at my balcony. She cannot see me in the shadows. But she knows I am here. She always knows. She raises one hand. Not a wave. A gesture of acknowledgement. I see you. I step back into the darkness. He avoids me. I have been in his fortress for 5 days, and I have seen him twice, both times from a distance, both times with his eyes on me before he vanishes like smoke. Varek is my only company. He is older than Thorn, perhaps 40, with a face that looks like it was broken and healed badly. One eye is clouded white. His left arm hangs slightly wrong, as if the shoulder was dislocated and never reset. He moves slowly, speaks rarely, and watches me with an expression I cannot read. You're the first, he says on the 5th morning, as he brings me a breakfast of dried meat and berries. The first what? To survive a night in his presence. To be brought here. To be allowed to stay. He sets the food down. His one good eye studies me. He killed the last intruder 3 years ago. A rogue alpha who thought he could challenge the Beast King. Thorn tore his throat out before the men could shift. I should be afraid. I am not. Why didn't he kill me? Ask him. I tried. He won't answer. Then maybe the answer is that he doesn't know. Varek turns to leave, then pauses. He is not what the stories say. The curse is real. The beast is real. But the men is still in there. Drowning, but still breathing. Do not forget that. He leaves me with my breakfast and a question I cannot answer. That afternoon, I explore. The fortress is ancient, built into the mountain itself, half carved from stone, half constructed from timber that has grayed with age. It is larger than it looks from outside, a labyrinth of corridors and chambers that smell of dust and old magic. I find the library by accident. It is a room I almost miss, hidden behind a tapestry of a wolf howling at a blood-red moon. The tapestry is rotting at the edges, but the image is still vivid. I push it aside and step through. Books. Hundreds of them. Shelves that climb to a ceiling lost in shadow. A desk covered in parchment. A chair that looks like it has not been used in years. I move to the nearest shelf. The spines are leather, some crumbling, some preserved by some spell I can feel humming against my fingertips. Titles in languages I do not recognize. And then, in the common tongue. The history of the wild territories. On the nature of curses. The Omega's true purpose. Beasts and Kings, a study of transformation. I pull down the last book. It falls open in my hands to a page with an illustration, a man with silver eyes, standing in a circle of runes, a woman with black hair weeping at his feet. The caption reads, "The Curse of Morwen, Witch of the Northern Reaches, laid upon Thorn, Alpha of the Storm Pack, Year of the Burning Moon." Thorn. His name is Thorn. I read the text beneath the illustration. The curse was born of love denied. The witch Morwen loved the Alpha Thorn, but he loved another. In her grief and rage, Morwen bound his wolf spirit to a beast form, declaring that he would never know peace, never know love, and never die until he found one who would love the monster as much as the men. Until then, the beast would grow stronger, the men would grow weaker, and on the night of the 10th year, the beast would consume him entirely. My hands shake. 10 years. The curse was laid 10 years ago. I count backward. The year of the burning moon was a decade past. The stories say the Beast King has ruled the Forbidden Woods for 10 years. Which means the 10th year is now. Which means the beast is about to consume him entirely. Unless. I close the book. My heart is hammering. The curse's condition echoes in my mind, one who would love the monster as much as the men. Love. The beast. I think of Thorn in the woods, naked and scarred and terrifying. I think of the way he carried me, gentle despite his strength. I think of the sadness I saw in his silver eyes. And I think of Kaelin, beautiful and golden and cruel, who rejected me because I was not enough. 2 alphas. 2 different kinds of monsters. I am still standing in the library when the door slams open. Thorn fills the doorway. He is breathing hard, as if he ran. His eyes are wild, silver bleeding to something darker. The beast is close to the surface. I can see it in the way his muscles twitch, in the way his jaw elongates slightly, in the way his nails have lengthened into claws. "You are not allowed here," he growls. His voice is barely human. No one enters the library. No one touches my books. He crosses the room in 3 strides. He is towering over me, radiating heat and rage and the electric scent of a storm about to break. "You think because I fed you, because I gave you a bed, that you are welcome. That you are safe. I should cower. Every instinct screams at me to drop to my knees, to bare my throat, to submit. I do not. I look up at him. I meet his eyes, silver and black, human and beast, swirling together. I wanted to know who you are, I say. My voice is steady. The stories say you are a monster. The book says you are cursed. I wanted to know which is true. He goes still. The rage flickers, confused by my lack of fear. Both, he says, but the growl is less certain. Then I want to know the men beneath the monster, I say. Because the monster is what they see. The men is what you hide. And I think you have been hiding him for so long, you have forgotten he exists. His hand rises. I think he will strike me. I brace for it. Instead, his fingers brush my cheek. The touch is so light it barely registers. But it burns. It burns like the first warmth after winter. You are either the bravest creature I have ever met, he whispers, or the most foolish. Maybe both, I say. His lips twitch. It is not a smile. It is the ghost of one, a muscle memory of an expression he has not used in years. He drops his hand. He steps back. The beast recedes from his eyes, leaving only silver. Go to your room, Lyra. And do not come here again. He turns and leaves. The door hangs open. I do not follow. I stand in the library, surrounded by books and dust and the fading scent of pine smoke, and I touch my cheek where his fingers were. It still burns. Chapter 6. The Mark That Burns. The rejection mark has been cold since Kaelin cast me out. A frozen starburst on my sternum, spreading dark tendrils toward my heart. The healers at Silver Creek said it would warm if I found acceptance elsewhere, a new pack, a new purpose, a new bond. But they also said that was unlikely. Once rejected by a fated mate, most omegas fade. Most die. On the 7th night in Thorn's fortress, the mark begins to burn. Not the cold burn of frostbite. A true burn, like coals pressed to skin. I wake gasping, clutching my chest, tears streaming down my face. The darkness beneath my skin is moving, pulsing, as if something is trying to break free. I stumble from my bed. I need air. I need to run. I need The door opens before I reach it. Thorn stands there, shirtless, his hair wild, his eyes wide. He smells of sleep and sweat and something else, concern. Fear. What is it? He demands. The mark, I gasp. It's burning. I can't. He crosses the room in 2 strides. His hands grip my shoulders, steadying me. His palms are hot. Too hot. Fever hot. Show me, he says. I pull the collar of my tunic aside. The rejection mark is visible in the firelight, a black star with jagged rays, now rimmed in red. The tendrils are retracting, pulling back from my heart. And in the center of the star, something new is forming. A scar. A fresh scar, still weeping, shaped like a crescent moon. Thorn goes rigid. His fingers tighten on my shoulders. I wince, but I do not pull away. What is it? I ask. What's happening? He does not answer. He stares at the mark with an expression I cannot read, shock, horror, something that might be hope if I did not know better. The claiming mark, he says, and his voice is barely audible. The mate bond. It is forming. I freeze. What? The curse, he says, releasing me as if I have burned him. He steps back, his hands raised, his eyes wild. The curse is reacting to you. It thinks, it believes, he shakes his head. No. This is impossible. The curse forbids love. It punishes attachment. It would not create a bond. It would destroy one. But it is creating one, I say. I touch the crescent scar. It throbs in time with my heartbeat. I can feel it. It's warm. It's alive. Lyra. His voice is broken. Do you understand what this means? If the curse has marked you as my mate, it will not let you go. It will bind you to me, to the beast, to the death that is coming. The 10th year is upon us. The beast will consume me. And if you are bonded to me when that happens, you will die with me. I look at him. I look at the scars, the wild eyes, the man who has been alone for 10 years, waiting for the end. Then we have until the end, I say. And I would rather spend it bonded to someone who sees me than alone in the wilderness, waiting for my wolf to die. He stares at me. The silver in his eyes swims with black, the beast, watching, listening, judging. You do not know what you are choosing, he says. I know exactly what I am choosing, I say. I am choosing not to be forgotten. I am choosing not to be rejected. I am choosing to matter to someone, even if that someone is a cursed king in a ruined fortress. He makes a sound, half groan, half laugh, entirely without humor. You are mad. Probably. You will regret this. Maybe. He steps toward me. Close enough that I can feel the heat radiating from his skin. Close enough that I can smell him, pine smoke, musk, storm, and something beneath it that smells like sorrow and longing mixed together. The bond is not complete, he says. It is only beginning. It can still be broken if we do not complete the ritual. What ritual? His jaw tightens. The claiming. The full moon. The exchange of blood and vow. He looks away. It is old magic. It is permanent. It is intimate, I finish. Yes. I touch the crescent scar again. It pulses, warm, alive. My wolf, who has been silent for days, stirs. She does not howl in pain. She whines in longing. When is the full moon? I ask. 3 weeks. He looks at me. I look at him. Then we have 3 weeks to decide, I say. 3 weeks to see if the bond is real, or if the curse is playing a cruel joke. 3 weeks to see if you can stand to have someone near you, and if I can stand to be near someone who might become a monster. He nods slowly. 3 weeks. He turns to leave, then stops at the door. Without looking back, he says, the mark, it means the curse recognizes you. It does not understand why. But it recognizes you. That has never happened before. Not in 10 years. Not with anyone. Then he is gone, and I am left with a burning scar on my chest and a question I cannot answer. What does it mean to be recognized by a curse? Chapter 7. The King's Secret. She knows. I saw it in her eyes after the library. She read the book. She knows about Morwen. She knows about the curse's terms. She knows I have 10 years, and the 10th is ending. I should have burned that book years ago. I should have burned the entire library. But books were all I had in the early years, when the beast was new and I was still fighting it. Books reminded me that I was human once. That I knew words, and stories, and the names of stars. Now she knows my name. My true name. Thorn. No one has called me Thorn in a decade. To the world, I am the Beast King. To Varek, I am my lord, formal and distant. To myself, I am nothing, a shell, a vessel for the curse, awaiting death. But when she says it, Thorn, it sounds like a summons. Like a spell. Like something that could pull me back from the edge I have been standing on for 10 years. I am in the Western Wing. She is forbidden from this place, and I am glad. Here, the curse is strongest. Here, the beast paces behind my ribs, restless, hungry, waiting for the 10th year when it will finally be free. The Western Wing was my mate's chambers. Was. Before Morwen. Before the curse. Before everything. I stand in the doorway of the room I have not entered in 10 years. The bed is still made, the sheets dusty, the air stale. A woman's cloak hangs on a hook by the door, gray wool, simple, smelling of lavender and rain. Ira. Her name is a blade I have learned to swallow. Ira. My mate. My love. The woman for whom I refused Morwen's bargain. The witch offered me power. Immortality. The strength to rule all the territories. All she asked was that I set Ira aside. That I choose power over love. I refused. So Morwen killed Ira. Slowly. Painfully. While I watched, bound by magic, unable to shift, unable to save her. And then Morwen cursed me. You will never know peace. You will never know love. You will never die until someone loves the monster as much as the man. And on the 10th year, if no one has, the beast will consume you, and you will roam these woods as a mindless killing machine for eternity. 10 years. I have counted every day. I have not loved. I have not allowed anyone close enough to love. Varek stays because he is broken too, his own mate dead, his own heart ashes. We are ghosts haunting each other. But Lyra. She is not Ira. Ira was gentle, soft, a healer who spoke in whispers and moved like water. Lyra is sharp edges and defiance and a stubbornness that should have gotten her killed a dozen times over. She is nothing like the woman I lost. And yet the curse recognizes her. And yet the bond forms. And yet when she looks at me, I feel something crack in the ice around my heart. Something small. Something terrifying. I close the door to Ira's room. I lean my forehead against the wood. The beast growls, sensing my weakness, my confusion. She is not for you, I tell it. She is a trick. A test. The curse is cruel. It will let us hope, and then it will destroy us both. The beast does not answer. It never does. It only waits. Varek finds me in the courtyard on the 10th day. I have been practicing. Running laps around the dry fountain, climbing the stone steps to the upper terrace, doing exercises that strengthen legs weakened by starvation and grief. I am not healed, my wolf is still distant, her presence a faint warmth rather than the blazing fire she once was, but I am stronger. Varek watches me finish a set of push-ups against the fountain rim. He does not speak until I stand, breathing hard, wiping sweat from my forehead. You read the book, he says. It is not a question. Yes. Then you know about Ira. I nod. Thorn's mate. The woman he lost. The reason for the curse. He has not entered her room in 10 years. He has not spoken her name in 10 years. He has buried her so deep, sometimes I think he has forgotten she existed. He hasn't forgotten, I say. No one forgets that kind of love. No, Varek agrees. But he has convinced himself that he does not deserve to remember. That he does not deserve to feel again. The curse told him he would never know love, and he believed it. He stopped fighting it. He let it become truth. Why are you telling me this? Varric steps closer. His voice drops. Because the bond is forming. I can smell it on both of you. And because I have watched him for 10 years, and I have never seen him look at anyone the way he looks at you. Not even Ira. I go still. What do you mean? With Ira, he was happy. Content. At peace. He looked at her like a man who has found his home. Varric's scarred face softens. But he looks at you like a man who has found his war. Like someone who has been drowning and suddenly sees a shore he did not believe existed. He is afraid of you, Lyra. Not because you are weak. Because you are dangerous. Dangerous. To his walls. To his certainty. To the death he has been preparing for. Varric touches my shoulder briefly, a gesture of surprising gentleness from such a broken man. Be careful. The curse will fight you. It will try to drive you away, to hurt you, to prove that no one can love the monster. Do not let it win. He turns and walks away, his limp more pronounced on the stone steps. I stand in the courtyard, the sun warm on my face, and I think about what he said. The curse will fight me. I look up at the balcony where I know Thorn watches. I cannot see him, but I feel his gaze like a physical weight. I will fight back, I think. I have been rejected by an alpha who was supposed to love me. I have been cast out by a pack that was supposed to protect me. I have nothing left to lose. And that makes me more dangerous than any curse. I raise my hand toward the balcony. The same gesture as before. I see you. This time, he does not step back. Chapter 8. Dreams of the past. The dream comes on the 12th night. I am standing in a forest I do not recognize. The trees are silver-barked, the leaves golden, the air warm and smelling of honey. It is beautiful. It is wrong. It feels like a memory that does not belong to me. A woman stands by a stream. She is tall, with hair the color of wheat and eyes like summer sky. She is wearing a simple dress, gray wool, and she is laughing at something I cannot see. Then he is there. Thorn. But not the Thorn I know. This Thorn is younger, no scars, no shadows in his eyes, no weight of death on his shoulders. He is smiling. He is whole. He wraps his arms around the woman from behind, burying his face in her hair, and she leans back into him with a trust that makes my chest ache. Ira, I think. This is Ira. This is who he was. This is what he lost. The scene shifts. Night. A circle of runes drawn in blood. A woman with black hair and eyes like burning coals, Morwen. She is chanting. Thorn is bound, ropes of magic holding him to a stone. Ira is on her knees before him, bleeding from a dozen wounds, her gray dress soaked red. Choose, Morwen says. Her voice echoes. Power or love? The throne or the gutter? Immortality or her life? I choose her, Thorn screams. I will always choose her. Then you will have neither, Morwen says. She raises her hand. Ira screams. The scream goes on forever. I wake with the sound still in my ears. I am crying. I do not know when I started. The door opens. Thorn enters without knocking. He is breathing hard, his eyes wild, his skin pale beneath the scars. You dreamed it, he says. It is not a question. Yes. The sharing of dreams. It is part of the bond. He sits on the edge of my bed, heavily, as if his legs will not hold him. I have not dreamed of her in years. The curse took even that from me. But since you came, since the bond began, the memories are returning. I'm sorry, I say. I didn't mean to. Do not apologize. His voice is rough. He stares at his hands, scarred, clawed, the hands of a beast. Ira was my heart. When she died, I thought I would follow. I wanted to follow. But the curse would not let me die. It kept me alive, kept me conscious, kept me feeling every moment of grief without the mercy of oblivion. He looks at me. His eyes are silver, but they are wet. He is not crying. The curse may not allow that. But he is close. And now you are here, he says. And the bond is forming. And I do not know if it is because the curse is cruel, giving me hope only to destroy it, or if it is because. Because what? Because you are what I have been waiting for, he whispers. Not a replacement for Ira. Not a second chance at what I lost. But something new. Something I did not know I needed. Someone who sees the monster and does not run. I reach out. I touch his hand. His fingers twitch, but he does not pull away. I see you, I say. The man and the beast. The king and the prisoner. The grief and the hope. I see all of it. And I am not running. He turns his hand, palm up, and laces his fingers through mine. His grip is tight. Too tight. But I do not complain. I am afraid, he says. The admission costs him. I can see it in the tension of his jaw, the flare of his nostrils. I have not been afraid in 10 years. The curse made me numb. But you make me feel again. And feeling is terrifying. Then we will be afraid together, I say. He looks at our joined hands. His thumb traces the back of my knuckles, a gesture so tender it contradicts everything about his appearance. 3 weeks, he says. Until the full moon. Until the claiming. Until we know if this is real or a lie. 3 weeks, I agree. He does not leave. He stays on the edge of my bed, holding my hand, until dawn light filters through the window and the dream fades into morning. We do not speak again. We do not need to. Chapter 9. The Hunt. On the 14th day, I take her hunting. Not for food, Varek handles that. I take her because she needs to move, to run, to feel her wolf again, however faint. And because I need to see her in the forest, in my territory, in the world where I have been alone for so long. She is wearing proper clothes now, leather pants, a wool tunic, boots that fit. Varek found them in the storerooms, left over from before. They suit her. She looks less like a broken thing and more like a warrior who has not yet realized she is one. We leave the fortress at dawn. The air is crisp, smelling of pine and distant snow. The trees are ancient here, their trunks wider than 3 men, their canopies so dense the forest floor is a tapestry of moss and fern. Lyra breathes deeply. Her eyes close. A small smile touches her lips. It smells like home, she says. Your pack lands did not smell like this. Silver Creek smelled like people. Like farms and hearths and too many bodies in too small a space. She opens her eyes. They are greener in the forest light. This smells like possibility. Like no one has decided what it is yet. I know what she means. The Forbidden Woods are unclaimed by human law. They are wild. They are free. They are mine. We walk in silence for an hour. I lead her to the ridge where I often run in beast form, a high place that looks over the valley. The view is vast, mountains rolling into mountains, forests fading into mist, a river catching the morning light like a ribbon of silver. She gasps. The sound is small, genuine, nothing like the calculated reactions of court life. It's beautiful, she breathes. Yes. She looks at me. Do you ever just look at it? Without thinking about the curse, or the beast, or the end? No. Why not? Because looking at beauty reminds me of what I have lost. What I cannot have. I turn away from the view. The curse punishes hope. Every time I feel something good, the beast grows stronger. It is a balance. Pain keeps it weak. Joy feeds it. That is a terrible way to live. It is the only way I have lived for 10 years. She is quiet for a moment. Then she steps closer. Close enough that her shoulder brushes my arm. Then we will find a new way, she says. Together. I want to believe her. The wanting is a physical ache, a hunger I have suppressed for so long I forgot it existed. A howl cuts through the morning. Not a wolf howl. Something deeper, older, wrong. Lyra stiffens. What is that? Wendigo, I say. My beast stirs, eager, hungry for violence. A spirit of hunger and cold. It must have crossed from the northern icelands. They rarely come this far south. Another howl. Closer. I shift. It is instant, painless, the curse-making transformation easier than it should be. My beast form erupts from my human skin, and I am towering, for bristling, claws extended. Stay behind me, I growl, the words distorted by my beast throat. The Wendigo emerges from the trees. It is a nightmare made flesh, tall as a man but skeletal, skin stretched over bone, antlers branching from a skull that has too many teeth. Its eyes are hollow pits of blue fire. It moves in jerks, like a puppet with strings of ice. It smells of rot and starvation. It smells of the death it wants to give. I charge. The Wendigo is fast. It sidesteps my lunge, its antlers scraping my flank. I feel the cold burn of its touch, ice that wants to freeze my blood. I roar and slash. My claws catch its ribs, but the wound closes instantly, flesh knitting together with a sound like cracking ice. It laughs. The sound is wind through a graveyard. I attack again. We trade blows. It is stronger than I expected. The curse makes me powerful, but the Wendigo is ancient magic, older than curses, older than wolves. A cry behind me. Lyra. I turn. The Wendigo has sent a shard of ice toward her, a spear of frozen air that moves faster than thought. I leap. I intercept it with my shoulder. The ice pierces deep, cold spreading through my veins like poison. I stumble. The Wendigo advances. It smells blood. It smells weakness. And then Lyra steps forward. She is unarmed. She is small. She is fragile. But she raises her hands, palms out, and she sings. It is not a song I recognize. It is old, wordless, a melody that sounds like running water and warm wind and the first green shoots after winter. It is Omega magic, the true power of her kind, the ability to soothe, to heal, to calm the raging heart. The Wendigo stops. Its blue fire eyes flicker. The antlers lower. It makes a sound, not a howl, but a whine, like a pup separated from its mother. Lyra steps closer. She keeps singing. Her voice is thin, strained, she has not used this power in years, and the rejection mark weakens her, but it is beautiful. It is devastating. The Wendigo shudders. It collapses to its knees. The blue fire in its eyes dims, replaced by something almost human. Sorrow. Longing. Release. It dissolves. Not dies, dissolves, becoming mist, becoming snow, becoming nothing but a whisper of cold that fades into the morning air. Lyra stops singing. She sways. I shift back to human, ignoring the ice shard still in my shoulder, ignoring the blood, ignoring everything. I catch her before she falls. What did you do? I ask. My voice is hoarse. I don't know, she whispers. Her eyes are unfocused, exhausted. I felt it. It's hunger. It's loneliness. It wasn't evil. It was just lost. So I called it home. I stare at her. I have fought Wendigos before. I have killed them with brute force, with fire, with magic. I have never seen one simply release. You calmed a Wendigo, I say. That is not possible. It is for an Omega, she murmurs, her head lolling against my chest. At least, it should be. I didn't know I still could. Kalen said my Omega gifts were weak. He said they were useless. Kalen is a fool. She smiles, faint, fading. Yes. He is. She passes out in my arms. I carry her back to the fortress, the ice shard melting from my shoulder, leaving a wound that will scar. But as I walk, I feel something I have not felt in 10 years. Pride. Not in myself. In her. She is not weak. She is not useless. She is the most powerful creature I have ever encountered, and she does not even know it yet. Chapter 10. The Bath and the Confession. I wake in Thorn's chambers. Not my room. His. The difference is obvious, the bed is larger, the furs darker, the air thick with his scent. The fire burns low. Candles flicker on stone shelves. And beside the bed, in a chair that looks too small for him, Thorn sits awake, watching me. You brought me here, I say. My voice is rough. You needed warmth. My room is the warmest in the fortress. The curse, it generates heat. Unwanted, but useful. I sit up. I am wearing one of his shirts again. My clothes are folded on a chest by the door, cleaned and mended. How long? 6 hours. The Omega gift drained you. Varek said you would sleep until morning. I look at the window. It is night. Stars crowd the sky. The Wendigo, I say. Is it really gone? Gone, he confirms. Dissolved into mist. I have never seen anything like it. I touch my chest. The rejection mark is smaller now. The crescent scar, the claiming mark, has grown, its edges sharp and clean. They are fighting each other, the old bond and the new is winning. Your shoulder, I say, remembering. The ice shard. He touches the wound. It is bandaged, poorly, with strips of linen. Healing. The curse accelerates recovery. Let me see. He hesitates, then removes the bandage. The wound is ugly, a puncture the size of my fist, surrounded by frostbitten skin that is already turning black at the edges. But it is closing, new pink flesh growing even as I watch. It will scar, he says. Another one. I reach out. I touch the skin around the wound, careful not to press. He flinches, not from pain, but from proximity. From my touch. You saved my life, I say. You saved mine first. The Wendigo would have killed me eventually. Its ice weakens even the curse's strength. Then we are even. No. His eyes meet mine. We are not even. You owe me nothing. I owe you. I owe you more than I can repay. I move closer. The bed is large, but I am near the edge. I could reach out and touch his face. I do not. Yet. Tell me about her, I say. Ira. Not the dream. You. Tell me who she was. He goes rigid. The candlelight makes his scars look deeper, his eyes darker. Why? Because she is part of you. Because I want to understand the men I am falling in love with. The words slip out before I can stop them. I do not regret them. Thorn goes still. Completely still. Even his breathing stops. What did you say? I am falling in love with you, I say. My voice is steady. My heart is hammering. I know it is fast. I know it is impossible. I know the curse says you cannot be loved. But I do not care what the curse says. I care what I feel. And I feel. I feel like I have found the place I was meant to be. Not because you are a king. Not because you are powerful. Because when I am with you, I am not the rejected Omega. I am not the weak girl Kaelin cast aside. I am Lyra. And Lyra is enough. He stands. He paces to the window. His back is to me, his shoulders tense, his hands clenched into fists. The curse, he says, his voice strained. It punishes love. If I let myself feel what you are offering, the beast will grow. It will hurt you. It will destroy you. Then let it try, I say. I have been destroyed before. I survived. I will survive again. He turns. His eyes are silver and black, swirling, the beast so close to the surface I can almost see it. You do not understand, he says. The curse's terms are specific. One who would love the monster as much as the men. Not just the men. The monster. The beast. The thing that tears and kills and feels nothing but hunger. You have to love that too. You have to look at it and not flinch. And I do not believe. I cannot believe that anyone is capable of that. I stand. I cross the room. I stop before him. I am small compared to him, fragile, breakable. But I do not feel breakable. I feel like steel that has been forged in rejection and tempered in survival. Show me, I say. What? Show me the beast. Not in battle. Not in anger. Here. Now. Let me see it. Let me know it. And then I will tell you if I can love it. He stares at me. The candles flicker. The fire pops. You are mad, he whispers. So you keep saying. He closes his eyes. He takes a breath. And then he shifts. It is different from the shift in the woods. Slower. Controlled. Painful. He is fighting the curse, forcing the beast to emerge without the rage that usually triggers it. His body expands. Fur erupts, storm gray, thick, bristling. His face elongates, jaw extending, teeth sharpening. His hands become paws, claws extending like knives. He grows until his head nearly touches the ceiling, until he is twice the size of any natural wolf, until he is the monster from the stories. The beast opens its eyes. They are silver, like thorns, but colder. Hungrier. It looks at me with predatory focus, and I feel the weight of its attention like a hand around my throat. It growls. The sound vibrates through the stone floor. I do not move. I look at it. I really look. The fur is matted in places, scarred in others. One ear is torn. The claws are chipped, worn from years of fighting. And the eyes are not entirely cold. There is something in them. Something that looks almost like fear. It is afraid too, I realize. The beast is not just rage. It is loneliness. It is grief. It is the part of Thorn that could not bear to be human anymore. I step closer. The beast snarls, a warning. Its lips peel back from teeth that could tear me apart in seconds. I keep moving. I reach out. My hand is small, pale, fragile against its massive jaw. I touch the fur. It is coarse, rough, nothing like the softness of a normal wolf. It smells of blood and pine and sorrow. The beast goes still. I stroke its jaw. I move my hand up, behind the ear, scratching the way my mother used to scratch our hound when I was a child. The beast shudders. Its eyes half close. You are not a monster, I whisper. You are just hurt. You are just lost. And I am lost too. So maybe we can find our way back together. The beast makes a sound. Not a growl. Not a whine. Something in between. Something that sounds almost like relief. Then it shifts back. Thorn collapses to his knees, gasping, his human form trembling. I go down with him, my arms around his shoulders, holding him as he shakes. You touched it, he says, his voice broken. You touched the beast. And it did not kill you. I told you, I say, my face against his neck. I see you. All of you. And I am not running. He turns. He looks at me. His eyes are wet, human tears, not the beast's rage. I am falling too, he says. I have been falling since the moment you did not scream in the woods. I have been falling every day you stayed. Every day you looked at me like I was worth seeing. He touches my face. His hands are shaking. But I am terrified. The full moon is in 9 days. The claiming will bind us. And if the curse is playing a trick, if it destroys us both, then we face it together, I say. That is what love is, Thorn. Not the absence of fear. The decision to be afraid together. He kisses me. It is not gentle. It is desperate, hungry, a man who has been starving for a decade finally tasting food. His lips are rough, his stubble scraping my skin, his hands gripping my waist with a force that will bruise. I kiss him back. I meet his hunger with my own. I have been starving too, starving for touch, for acceptance, for the feeling of being wanted. The curse reacts. I feel it, a cold spike through my chest, the claiming mark flaring with heat and ice simultaneously. Thorn gasps against my mouth, his body going rigid. He pulls back, his hand pressed to his sternum. The curse, he grits out. It punishes, it punishes. I feel it too. A pain like lightning through my veins. But beneath the pain, there is something else. The claiming mark pulses, warm, alive, growing stronger with every heartbeat. It is fighting, I say, breathless. But it is not winning. He looks at me. His eyes are wild, silver and black, human and beast. 9 days, he says. 9 days until we know. 9 days, I agree. He holds me. I hold him. The fire burns low, and the curse burns in our blood, and somewhere between the pain and the hope, we fall asleep wrapped around each other, two broken things learning how to be whole. Chapter 11. Kaylin's Spy. The Raven Shifter arrives on the 16th day. I smell her before I see her, bird musk, human sweat, the particular scent of Silver Creek territory that I have not encountered in years. She lands on the fortress wall in raven form, black feathers gleaming, beady eyes watching. I am on the upper terrace, training with wooden swords. Lyra is in the courtyard below, practicing with Varek. They are laughing. The sound of her laughter makes something in my chest loosen, something the curse has been trying to tighten. The raven shifts. A woman, young, sharp-faced, with hair cut short and eyes that are too clever. She raises her hands in surrender before I can reach her. I am not armed, Beast King. I come with a message. From whom? Alpha Kaylin. Of Silver Creek. The name makes my blood cold. I have not asked Lyra about him since the first night. I have not wanted to know. But now the past crashes into the present with the force of a landslide. Speak, I growl. The Raven Shifter, her name is Sarah, she volunteers, tells me everything. Kaylin did not reject Lyra because she was weak. He rejected her because he discovered her true nature. Not just an Omega. A healing Omega. A rare variant whose blood can cure wounds, extend life, even grant temporary immortality to those who drink it. Kaylin wanted to harvest her. To keep her as a blood source, a living medicine cabinet, breeding her for pups who would inherit the gift. But the fated mate bond would have protected her. Would have given her rights, status, the ability to refuse. So he rejected her publicly, hoping she would die in the wilderness. If she died outside Pack territory, her blood would be free for the taking, anyone who found her body could use it. He did not expect her to survive. He did not expect her to find me. He is gathering allies, Sarah says. 3 packs. Maybe 4. He plans to attack the Forbidden Woods. To take Lyra back. To kill you and claim her blood for himself. Why are you telling me this? I ask. You are his spy. Sarah's sharp face twists. I was his spy. Until I learned what he planned. Until I saw the cages he built for her. The needles. The drains. She swallows. I have a sister. She is an Omega too. Younger. He has already taken her. He is preparing her, he says. For when Lyra is recovered. I feel the beast rise. Not the controlled shift I showed Lyra. The true beast. The rage. The hunger. Leave, I tell Sarah. Fly east. Do not return to Kaylin. Find your sister. Hide. She shifts and flies, a black speck against the gray sky. I stand on the terrace, wooden sword in hand, and I feel the curse singing in my blood. It senses violence coming. It feeds on it. Lyra appears at the terrace door. She is breathing hard from training, her cheeks flushed, her hair escaping its tie. Thorn. What is it? I look at her. I look at the girl who calmed a Wendigo with a song. Who touched my beast without fear. Who is building a bond with me despite the curse's opposition. And I think of Kaylin, beautiful and golden and rotting inside, who wanted to drain her like a wineskin and throw her away. He is coming, I say. Kaylin. He knows where you are. He knows what you are. She goes pale. The color drains from her face like water from a broken cup. What am I? She whispers. I tell her. A healing Omega. I have heard the term in stories. The rarest of the rare. Omegas who can heal not just with touch, but with blood. Whose life force can mend broken bones, cure plagues, even reverse aging in those who consume it. I thought it was myth. I thought the stories were exaggerated, the way all stories about Omegas are exaggerated. But Thorn's face is grave. Sarah's words were specific. And Kaylin. Kaylin knew. That is why he rejected me, I say. My voice sounds distant. Not because I was weak. Because I was valuable. Because the mate bond would have stopped him from using me. Yes. And now he is coming to take me back. To put me in a cage. To drain me. Yes. I sit on the terrace step. My legs will not hold me. The world spins. All my life, I believed I was useless. Kaylin said so. My mother said so, in her way, always sighing that I was too soft, too gentle, too omega. My brother said so, with his silence. My pack said so, with their eyes. And all along, I was something they wanted to exploit. Why didn't I know? I ask. Why didn't my wolf tell me? The rejection mark suppresses your gifts, Thorn says. He sits beside me. Close, but not touching. Giving me space. Kaylin knew that too. By rejecting you, he weakened you. Made you easier to capture. He probably planned to rescue you from the wilderness, nurse you back to health, and bind you with a blood oath instead of a mate bond. A blood oath would give him complete control. I laugh. It is not a happy sound. He thought of everything. Except me. I look at Thorn. His eyes are silver, steady, fierce. Except you, I agree. He does not know about the bond forming between us. He does not know about the curse's reaction to you. He thinks I am just a monster in the woods. He thinks he can kill me and take you. Can he? Thorn is quiet. He is gathering 4 packs. 400 wolves, maybe more. I have. Varek. Myself. The curse makes me powerful, but it also weakens me. The beast is harder to control when I am stressed. When I am afraid. And you are afraid. Yes. He admits it without shame. I am afraid of losing you. I am afraid of failing you. I am afraid that the curse will choose the moment of battle to consume me, and I will become the mindless beast Kaylin believes I am, and I will hurt you instead of protecting you. I reach for his hand. I lace my fingers through his. The claiming mark pulses, warm, alive. Then we prepare, I say. We have 9 days until the full moon. 9 days until the claiming. If we complete the bond before he arrives, the curse will be broken. You will be free. You will be whole. And we will face him together. 9 days, Thorn says. But the curse will fight harder now. It knows the end is near. It will try to drive us apart. It will try to make me hurt you. To make you fear me. Let it try, I say. I am done being afraid. I was afraid of Kaylin for 21 years. I was afraid of my own weakness. I was afraid of the world outside my pack. No more. I stand. I pull him up with me. I face him, my hands on his chest, my eyes on his. We have 9 days, I say. And I intend to spend them proving to you, and to the curse, and to anyone who doubts, that love is not a weakness. It is the only weapon that matters. He kisses my forehead. His lips are warm. The claiming mark flares, but the pain is less now. The bond is growing stronger, fighting the curse's resistance. 9 days, he whispers. Let them come. Chapter 12. The choice to stay. On the 17th day, I could leave. Thorn tells me in the morning, his voice flat, his eyes on the wall above my head. The eastern pass is clear. Varek can guide you to the coastal territories. There are packs there who would shelter an Omega. Who would protect you from Kaylin? I stare at him. You want me to go? I want you to live, he says. If you stay, the battle is coming. The curse is fighting the bond. Kaylin is marching. The odds are, they are not good. And if I go, you live. You find a new pack. You heal. You forget about me. I step closer. He does not look at me. Thorn. Look at me. He does. His eyes are silver, but they are shadowed. The curse is pressing on him, I can feel it, a weight in the air, a chill that has nothing to do with weather. If I go, I say, Kaylin will still come. He will still attack your territory. He will still try to kill you. And you will face him alone, weakened by the curse, with no one to remind you who you are. That is my burden. Not yours. It became mine the moment you carried me out of the woods. I touch his face, turning it toward me. It became mine when you showed me your beast and did not kill me. It became mine when we fell asleep in each other's arms. You do not get to decide what is my burden and what is not. That is not how love works. He closes his eyes. His jaw tightens. The curse wants me to send you away, he says. It is whispering. It has been whispering since Sarah's warning. She will die. You will destroy her. Send her away. Spare her. And what are you whispering back? He opens his eyes. They are wet. I am whispering that I cannot bear to lose another person I love. That if I send you away, I will die anyway. That the curse has already taken everything, and I will not let it take you too. Even if keeping you here is selfish. Even if it is cruel. Even if it dooms us both. I kiss him. Softly. Gently. A promise more than a passion. I am staying, I say. Not because you are keeping me. Because I am choosing to. Because I would rather die fighting beside you than live hiding from Kaelin. Because you are my mate, Thorn. Curse or no curse. Bond or no bond. You are my mate. And I do not abandon my mate. He pulls me against him. His arms wrap around me, tight, desperate, a man holding onto a cliff edge. Then we fight, he says into my hair. Together. Together, I agree. Varek finds us like that, wrapped around each other in the great hall. He clears his throat. We separate, but not quickly, not guiltily. The eastern pass is blocked, Varek says. His one good eye is amused. Rockslide. Natural, I assume. Or perhaps the mountain itself is keeping our Omega where she belongs. Chapter 13. The Beast Unleashed. The curse flares on the 18th night. I am in the training yard, working through forms with a steel blade, when the beast rises without warning. Not a shift. An eruption. My human skin tears, my bones crack and reform, and I am towering, raging, lost in the red haze that has consumed me 100 times before. But this time is different. This time, Lyra is there. She appears at the yard's edge, drawn by my roar. Varek is with her, his hand on her arm, trying to pull her back. She shakes him off. She walks toward me. Lyra, no. Varek shouts. He is not in control. He will kill you. I want to tell him he is right. I want to scream at her to run. But the beast has my voice. The beast has everything. It sees her, small, fragile, approaching, and it smells Omega, smells prey, smells the weakness it despises. It lunges. Lyra does not flinch. She opens her mouth, and she sings. The same song she used on the Wendigo. The same wordless melody of water and wind and green things growing. But this time, it is stronger. The bond between us amplifies it. The claiming mark on her chest glows golden, visible even through her tunic, and the light reaches toward me like hands. The beast skids to a stop. Its claws dig furrows in the dirt. It snarls, confused, angry, afraid. Lyra keeps singing. She keeps walking. She reaches out and places her palm on the beast's chest, over the heart that beats beneath the fur. The beast shudders. The rage drains like water from a broken vessel. The red haze lifts. I feel myself surfacing, the human mind clawing back from the depths where the curse keeps it chained. I shift. I fall to my knees, gasping, human again, naked and trembling. Lyra kneels with me. Her arms wrap around my shoulders. Her song becomes a hum, then a whisper, then silence. You came back, she says. I didn't go anywhere, I gasp. The beast, it took me. I couldn't stop it. But you came back, she repeats. That is what matters. You always come back. Varek stands at the yard's edge, his face pale, his hand on his sword. That should not be possible, he says. The curse has never released him that quickly. Never without bloodshed. The bond, Lyra says. She touches the claiming mark. It still glows faintly, a ember beneath her skin. It is stronger than the curse. Stronger than it knows. I look at my hands. They are shaking. But they are human hands. Not claws. Not weapons. 8 days, I say. 8 days until the full moon. Until the claiming. Until we know for certain. 8 days, Lyra agrees. And every day, we prove the curse wrong. Chapter 14. Forbidden Touch. On the 19th day, we kiss again. It happens in the library. I have returned, Thorn no longer forbids it, and I am reading through the books on Omega gifts, trying to understand what I am, what I can do. He finds me there, a stack of ancient texts around me, my hair falling in my eyes. He does not speak. He crosses the room, pulls me to my feet, and kisses me with a hunger that makes my knees weak. The curse reacts instantly. Pain lances through my chest, cold and burning simultaneously. I gasp against his mouth. He tries to pull away, but I grip his shirt and hold him close. Do not stop, I whisper. Do not let it win. He kisses me deeper. His hands slide into my hair, tilting my head back. His body presses against mine, hard and warm and trembling with restraint. The pain intensifies. The claiming mark flares. But beneath the pain, there is pleasure, sharp, electric, a current that runs from my chest to my core and back again. We stumble backward. My spine hits the bookshelf. Books tumble around us, parchment fluttering like wings. He lifts me, his hands under my thighs, and I wrap my legs around his waist. Lyra, he groans against my neck. The curse, it will hurt you. I do not care, I say. And I do not. The pain is real, but it is nothing compared to the emptiness of his absence. Nothing compared to the rejection mark that burned cold for days. This pain is warm. This pain is alive. He carries me to the desk. He clears it with one arm, scrolls and inkwells crashing to the floor. He lays me down and stands over me, his chest heaving, his eyes silver and black and wild. You are sure? He asks. I have never been more sure of anything. He leans over me. His kisses trace from my lips to my jaw to my throat. His hands find the hem of my tunic and slide beneath, his palms rough against my skin. The curse screams in my blood. I feel it as a physical presence, a cold hand trying to tear us apart. But the bond screams louder. The claiming mark burns like a star on my chest, and I arch into his touch, meeting fire with fire. We do not go further. Not yet. The claiming ritual requires the full moon, the exchange of blood, the spoken vow. What we do is enough for now, touch and breath and the desperate, defiant proof that love can exist even in the shadow of a curse. Afterward, we lie on the desk, tangled together, our hearts slowing in unison. The pain is less, I say. Each time, it is less. Because the bond is winning, Thorn says. His fingers trace patterns on my shoulder. The curse fights, but it is fighting a losing battle. It was designed to prevent love. It was not designed to withstand love that refuses to die. 7 days, I say. 7 days, he agrees. And then, whatever happens, we face it together. Chapter 15. Varek's warning. I watch them from the shadows, and I am afraid. Not of the Beast King. I have known Thorn since before the curse, since he was a young alpha with dreams of unity and peace. I have watched him become a monster. I have watched him become a ghost. And now I watch him become a man again, and it terrifies me. Because Morwen is watching too. I feel her in the air, a chill that has nothing to do with winter, a pressure behind the eyes that comes from magic older than wolves. She has not shown herself since the curse was laid. She has been content to let Thorn suffer in isolation, waiting for the 10th year, waiting for the beast to consume him completely. But Lyra changes everything. If the bond is completed, if the curse is broken, Morwen loses her victory. Thorn would be free. He would be whole. He would have what she tried to deny him. She will not allow that. I find Lyra alone in the courtyard on the 20th day. She is practicing her Omega gift, trying to summon the healing light she used on the Wendigo. A small bird with a broken wing sits on her palm, and golden light flows from her fingers, knitting bone and feather. She looks up when I approach. Her smile is open, trusting. She does not know what I know. Varek. Good morning. Lyra. I sit on the fountain rim, keeping my distance. I need to tell you something. Something Thorn does not know. Something that may change your mind about the claiming. She goes still. The bird flies away, healed. What? Morwen is not dead. She has been watching. Waiting. And she will act before the full moon. How do you know? Because she spoke to me. I touch my clouded eye. In a dream. She said that if the bond is completed, she will not just kill Thorn. She will kill you. Slowly. She will make him watch. And then she will bind his spirit to the beast forever, so that even in death, he will roam these woods as a mindless killer. Lyra's face pales. But her jaw sets. She is trying to scare us. She is succeeding. With me, at least. I lean forward. Lyra, I have served Thorn for 10 years. I have watched him suffer. I have watched him lose hope. And then you came, and I saw something I thought was gone forever. I saw him smile. I saw him dream. I do not want to lose that. But I also do not want to lose him. Or you. What do you want me to do? Be careful. Be ready. And know that the claiming may not be enough. Morwen is ancient. Her magic is deep. If she decides to intervene, the bond alone may not stop her. Lyra is quiet for a long moment. Then she reaches out and touches my scarred hand. Her fingers are warm. The Omega light flickers between us, soothing an ache I did not know I still felt. Thank you for telling me, she says. I will be ready. And Varek. I am glad he has you. Even when he did not have himself. I nod, unable to speak, and leave her in the courtyard with the morning sun on her face and the weight of a witch's thread on her shoulders. Chapter 16. The Omega's Power. On the 21st day, my wolf returns. It happens during meditation. I am in the courtyard, sitting cross-legged beneath the dead fountain, trying to reach the part of myself that Kalen's rejection buried. I breathe deeply. I call to her, the way my mother taught me when I was a pup. Come back, I whisper. I need you. We need each other. For a long moment, nothing. Then, a warmth. A stirring. A presence that has been silent for weeks, rising like a sleeper from deep dreams. My wolf surfaces. She is different. Before the rejection, she was gentle, soft, a creature of comfort and healing. Now she is fierce. Her fur is the color of midnight, her eyes the same green as mine. She feels larger, stronger, more present than she ever has. You are awake, I think to her. I was waiting, she answers. Her voice in my mind is deeper, richer. Waiting for you to remember who you are. Not Kalen's rejected mate. Not the weak Omega. You are Lyra. And I am your wolf. And together, we are more than they ever believed. I feel her power flow through me. The Omega gift, amplified. I can sense the emotions of every creature in the fortress, Varek's sorrow, Thorn's hope, the mice in the walls, the birds in the eaves. I can feel the pulse of the mountain itself, ancient and patient. And I can feel something else. Something dark. Something watching. Morwen, my wolf says. She is close. She is waiting for the moment of weakness. Then we will not be weak, I think. I open my eyes. Thorn stands at the courtyard entrance, watching me. His expression is odd. Your eyes, he says. They are glowing. I touch my face. My skin is warm, fever warm, but not unpleasant. My wolf is back. She is stronger than before. He approaches slowly, as if I am a wild thing that might bolt. The rejection mark? I look down at my chest. The dark star is almost gone, reduced to a faint shadow. The crescent scar, the claiming mark, dominates, golden and pulsing with light. Fading, I say. The bond is healing what Kalen broke. Thorn kneels before me. He takes my hands. His thumbs trace my palms, where the scrapes from the altar of bonding have healed to thin silver lines. 6 days, he says. 6 days until the full moon. Until the claiming. Until we are bound in a way that no curse can break. 6 days, I agree. And I am ready. He kisses my knuckles. His lips are warm. The bond between us hums, a chord struck and held. Chapter 17. The Witch's Bargain. She comes in dreams, as Varek warned. On the 22nd night, I fall asleep in Thorn's arms and wake in a forest of silver trees. The air is cold, tasting of iron and old magic. A woman stands before me, draped in black, her hair a waterfall of darkness, her eyes burning coals. Morwen. Little Omega, she says. Her voice is honey and rust. So brave. So foolish. I stand. I face her. My wolf is with me, a shadow at my shoulder, growling. You are the witch who cursed him, I say. I am the woman who loved him, she corrects. Who offered him everything. Who was cast aside for a pale, gentle healer who had none of my fire. Ira did not cast you aside. Thorn chose her. That was his right. His right. Morwen laughs. The sound shatters ice. I gave him power. I gave him immortality. I would have made him a god. And he threw it away for a wolf who could barely shift. Because he loved her, I say. And love is not a transaction. It is not a bargain. It is a gift. Morwen's eyes narrow. She steps closer. Her presence presses against me, cold, suffocating. You think you can break my curse, she hisses. You think your pathetic bond, your fragile love, can undo what took me a century to build. I think love is stronger than spite, I say. I think you cursed him because you could not bear to see him happy without you. And I think that makes you small, Morwen. Not powerful. Small. Her hand lashes out. I feel the blow as a wave of force that sends me sprawling. Pain explodes in my ribs. But I get up. I always get up. I offer you a bargain, she says. Renounce the bond. Leave the forbidden woods. Never see him again. And I will lift the curse. He will be free. He will live. You will live. Everyone wins. Accept him, I say. Accept me. Accept the love we have found. Love. She spits the word. You have known him 3 weeks. You know nothing of love. You are a child playing at emotions you do not understand. I understand rejection, I say. I understand what it feels like to be cast aside. To be told you are not enough. You and I, Morwen, we are not so different. We both loved someone who did not love us back. The difference is what we did with that pain. She goes still. For a moment, something flickers in her burning eyes. Something almost like recognition. You turned your pain into a curse, I continue. You made him suffer because you could not bear to suffer alone. I turned my pain into strength. I chose to love again. I chose to believe that rejection is not the end. It is just a beginning. Morwen's face twists. Sentimental nonsense. Maybe. But it is true. And truth is the one magic you cannot break. She raises her hand. I brace for another blow. But it does not come. You have until the full moon, she says, her voice cold and final. Complete the bond, and I will destroy you both. Leave, and I will spare him. Those are your choices. She vanishes. The silver forest dissolves. I wake in Thorn's bed, gasping, my ribs aching where her magic struck. Thorn is awake, his arms around me, his eyes wild with worry. You were dreaming, he says. You were crying out. I could not wake you. Morwen, I gasp. She came. She offered a bargain. I tell him everything. His face darkens with every word. She is desperate, he says when I finish. The bond threatens her. She would not offer a bargain if she were certain of victory. Or she is confident that I will fail, I say. You will not fail. He holds me tighter. I know you, Lyra. I know your heart. She cannot break what we are building. No one can. I hope he is right. But as I lie in his arms, feeling the phantom ache of Morwen's blow, I am not sure. 5 days. 5 days until everything changes. Chapter 18. The siege begins. They come on the 23rd day. I am on the battlements at dawn, watching the eastern pass, when I see the dust. A cloud of it, rising from the forest, marking the passage of hundreds of feet. Wolves in human form, marching. Wolves in beast form, running ahead as scouts. Kaelan. He did not wait for the full moon. He knows about the bond. Sarah must have been captured, or another spy discovered our plans. He is moving early, hoping to kill me and take Lyra before the claiming can be completed. I sound the alarm, a horn carved from the bone of a mountain goat, its note deep and mournful. Varek appears at my side, his sword drawn, his scarred face grim. How many? He asks. 400. Maybe more. We are 2. 3, Lyra says. She has climbed the battlements behind us. She is wearing leather armor, old, ill-fitting, scavenged from the fortress storerooms. Her dark hair is tied back. Her eyes are green and steady. The claiming mark glows faintly at her throat. You should be in the inner keep, I say. Safe. Hidden. I am not hiding, she says. I am fighting. This is my battle too. Kaelan came for me. I will face him. Lyra. No. Her voice is iron. I spent my whole life being protected, being hidden, being told I was too weak to matter. No more. I am an Omega. I am a healer. And I am your mate. I fight beside you. I want to argue. The beast in me wants to drag her to safety, to lock her away, to keep her from harm. But I look at her, straight-backed, fierce, glowing with a power she is only beginning to understand, and I know that to protect her is to diminish her. To hide her is to deny who she has become. Together, I say. Together, she agrees. Varek smiles, a rare expression on his broken face. Then let us show them what the Beast King and his Omega can do. Chapter 19. Lyra's stand. The first wave hits at midday. Kaelan's forces emerge from the tree line, wolves in beast form, hundreds of them, a tide of fur and fang that crashes against the fortress walls. They climb, they leap, they throw themselves at the stone with a ferocity that shakes the mountain. Thorn shifts. His beast form towers over the battlements, and he meets the first wave with claws and teeth and a roar that echoes off the peaks. Varek fights beside him, human but deadly, his sword flashing in the sun. I stand on the inner wall, my hands raised, my wolf fully present. I sing. The Omega gift flows from me in waves of golden light. It washes over the battlefield, and where it touches Kaelan's wolves, they slow. They hesitate. Their rage dims, replaced by confusion, by doubt, by the sudden, crushing weight of empathy. They feel what they are doing. They feel the violence. They feel the wrongness. It is not enough to stop them. But it is enough to disrupt them. Enough to give Thorn and Varek openings. I pour everything into the song. My voice grows hoarse. My vision blurs. The claiming mark burns, feeding me, sustaining me, but I am draining fast. A voice cuts through the chaos. Lyra. I know that voice. I will never forget it. Kaelan. He stands at the edge of the battlefield, human form, golden hair gleaming, his armor polished and perfect. He is beautiful. He is rotting. He smiles at me, and it is the smile of a man who believes he owns the world. Come down, little Omega, he calls. Come home. I will spare your beast if you surrender. I will give you a comfortable cage. You will want for nothing. Accept freedom, I shout back. Accept dignity. Accept the right to choose who I love. Love. He laughs. You think the Beast King loves you? He is cursed. He is broken. He is using you to break the curse, nothing more. Once it is lifted, he will cast you aside like the trash you are. Liar, I say. But my voice wavers. The seed of doubt he plants finds fertile ground. I have known Thorn 3 weeks. I have known rejection my whole life. What if Kaelin is right? What if this is just another manipulation? The song falters. Kaelin senses it. He shifts, his beast form is golden, sleek, smaller than thorns but fast, deadly. He leaps to the wall, landing before me, his teeth bared. Come, he says, his voice distorted by his wolf throat. Or I will kill him in front of you. I will make you watch. I look past him. Thorn is fighting 3 wolves at once, his beast form covered in blood, his movements slowing. The curse is pressing on him, feeding on the violence, trying to break free. If I surrender, Kaelin will spare Thorn. Maybe. Probably not. Kaelin does not spare. He uses. If I fight, Thorn might die. I might die. The bond might never be completed. I look at Kaelin. Beautiful, cruel, certain. Then I look at Thorn. Scarred, raging, fighting for me. I make my choice. I raise my hands. I summon every drop of Omega power I have. The claiming mark flares, golden light erupting from my chest, and I scream, not a song, but a command. Stop. The word echoes. It expands. It becomes a wave of force that slams into every wolf on the battlefield. They stop. All of them. Frozen, mid-leap, mid-bite, mid-roar. Held by the power of an Omega who has finally, fully, claimed her strength. Kaelin is frozen too, his golden eyes wide with shock. I walk toward him. My legs shake. My vision swims. But I keep moving. You rejected me, I say. My voice carries across the silent battlefield. You called me weak. You called me poison. You wanted to drain my blood and throw me away. And I believed you. I believed I was nothing. I stop before him. I look into his eyes. But I am not nothing, I say. I am Lyra. I am an Omega. I am the mate of the Beast King. And I am stronger than you will ever be. I release the hold. The wolves collapse, gasping. Kaelin stumbles back, his beast form shifting involuntarily to human, his face a mask of rage and disbelief. Kill her, he screams. Kill them all. But his wolves are shaken. They are afraid. They have felt the power of a true Omega, and they know they are outmatched. The first of them turns and runs. Then another. Then a dozen. Kaelin is left alone, screaming commands at wolves who will not obey. Thorn shifts back to human. He is bleeding from a dozen wounds, his chest heaving, his eyes silver and wild. He looks at me, and I see awe, and love, and fear. Lyra, he gasps. What did you do? I chose, I say. And then my legs give out, and the world goes dark. Chapter 20. The beast rages. She falls. I catch her before she hits the stone, but she is limp, unconscious, her skin pale, her breath shallow. The claiming mark still glows, but faintly, a candle in a storm. Kaelin laughs. It is an ugly sound, broken by rage. She burned herself out, he says. Foolish girl. All that power, and she does not know how to use it. I lay Lyra down gently. I turn to face him. He is human again, his armor torn, his golden hair matted with blood and dirt. But he is still beautiful. Still dangerous. Still the men who rejected her, who wanted to cage her, who drove her into my arms. You should have stayed in Silver Creek, I say. My voice is gravel and thunder. You should have left her alone. She is mine, Kaelin snarls. My Omega. My blood source. My property. You are just a monster in the woods. A curse with teeth. You cannot keep her. I already have. I shift. This time, I do not fight the beast. I let it have everything. The rage, the grief, the 10 years of loneliness, the love that has grown in the shadow of death. I pour it all into the shift, and the beast that emerges is larger than it has ever been. Kaelin shifts too, but he is too slow. My claws catch him mid-transformation, raking across his chest, sending him sprawling. He tries to rise. I pin him. My jaws close around his throat. I could kill him. I should kill him. But Lyra's voice echoes in my mind. Love is the only weapon that matters. I release him. I shift back, gasping, the curse screaming in my blood, the beast demanding blood, demanding death. Kaelin lies on the stone, bleeding, his golden fur matted red. He looks up at me with hatred. Finish it, he spits. No, I say. You are not worth the stain on my soul. I turn away. I go to Lyra. I lift her in my arms. Behind me, Kaelin shifts back to human. He reaches for a dagger at his belt, a silver blade, poisoned, meant for killing beasts. He lunges. I sense it. I turn. But I am too slow, too drained, too human. The blade enters my side. Pain. Cold, burning, spreading pain. I feel the poison in my blood, silver and venom mixed, designed to kill even the curse's strength. I stumble. I fall to my knees, still holding Lyra. She will watch you die, he says. And then she will come with me. Because that is what Omegas do. They follow the strongest. And you, Beast King, are no longer strong. He raises the blade. And Varric's sword takes him through the chest. Kaelin's eyes widen. He looks down at the steel protruding from his sternum. He drops the dagger. He falls. Varric stands behind him, his scarred face empty, his one good eye dry. For Ira, he says. And for Lyra. And for every life you destroyed. Kaelin dies. His golden eyes go dull. His body shifts one last time, a golden wolf that twitches and goes still. I look at Varric. I try to speak. The poison has my throat. Thorn. Varric is at my side, his hands on the wound. The poison, it is spreading. I cannot stop it. I look at Lyra, unconscious in my arms. I touch her face. She is warm. She is alive. Take her, I whisper. Protect her. The bond, it is not complete. She will live. She will find another. She will. No, Varric says. You will not die. Not today. Not like this. But I am fading. The poison is in my heart. The curse is laughing, feeding on my weakness, growing stronger with every heartbeat. I kiss Lyra's forehead. My lips are cold. I love you, I whisper. I loved you from the moment you did not scream. I will love you until the end. And if there is anything after, I will love you there too. My eyes close. The darkness takes me. Chapter 21. The Dungeon of Chains. I wake in chains. Not Thorn's chains. Not the gentle captivity of his fortress. These are iron, cold, biting into my wrists and ankles. I am in a cell, stone walls, a dirt floor, a single torch casting shadows that dance like demons. I do not know where I am. I do not know how I got here. The last thing I remember is the battlefield. The Omega wave. Kaelin's face. Then darkness. Thorn. I call. My voice is hoarse. No answer. I pull at the chains. They are anchored to the wall, unyielding. I summon my wolf, my Omega gift, anything. Nothing comes. I am drained. Empty. The claiming mark is a faint ember, barely warm. Footsteps. The cell door opens. A man enters. Not Kaelin. Kaelin is dead. I remember Varric's sword, the golden eyes going dull. This man is older, gray-haired, wearing the colors of the River Stone Pack, one of Kaelin's allies. Lyra, he says. His voice is smooth, diplomatic. I am Alpha Garrick. I have taken command of the remaining forces. Kaelin's death was unfortunate. But his plans continue. Where is Thorn? I demand. Dead. Or dying. The poison works slowly on cursed flesh. He will linger for days, conscious but paralyzed, feeling every moment of it. Garrick smiles. A fitting end for a monster. I feel the words like physical blows. Dead. Dying. Thorn. No, I say. He is not dead. I would feel it. The bond. The bond is incomplete, Garrick says. It offers no protection. No connection. You are alone, Lyra. As you have always been. He steps closer. He holds a silver needle, long and thin, designed for drawing blood. Kalen's cages were crude, he says. Mine will be more comfortable. You will have a room, not a cell. Good food. Soft clothes. All we ask is a pint of blood each week. In exchange, you will want for nothing. I want freedom, I say. I want Thorn. I want to choose my own life. Choices are for the strong, Garrick says. You are an Omega. Your purpose is to serve. Now, hold still. This will hurt. He approaches with the needle. I close my eyes. I reach for the bond, faint and flickering. Thorn. If you are there. If you can hear me. I am here. I am fighting. Do not give up. Please. Do not give up. The needle pierces my arm. Pain. Cold. The slow pull of blood leaving my body. I do not scream. I do not beg. I hold on to the bond, however faint, however far, and I wait. Chapter 22. Thorn's Sacrifice. I am not dead. I wish I were. The poison holds me paralyzed, conscious but unable to move, feeling every moment of the silver burning through my veins. I am in the fortress dungeon. Kalen's forces must have carried me here after the battle. I can hear water dripping. I can smell my own blood. And I can feel her. Faint. Distant. But present. Lyra. She is alive. She is hurting. She is calling to me. I try to answer. My body will not respond. The curse laughs in my blood, feeding on the poison, growing stronger. The beast paces, eager, hungry, waiting for the paralysis to lift so it can tear free. Not yet, I tell it. Not yet. She needs me. The beast does not care. The beast wants only destruction. Hours pass. Days. I lose track. The poison keeps me awake, keeps me aware, a torture of consciousness without action. Lyra's presence grows fainter. They are draining her. They are breaking her. And I am lying here, useless, waiting for death. No. The word is small at first. A whisper. Then it grows. No. I will not die like this. I will not let her suffer like this. I am the Beast King. I am Thorn, Alpha of the Storm Pack. I am her mate. And I will rise. I reach for the curse. Not to fight it. To use it. The curse is power. Ancient, twisted, hungry power. But power nonetheless. And I have spent 10 years resisting it, fearing it, letting it control me. What if I controlled it instead? I open myself to the beast. I let it flood through me, not as rage, but as fuel. The poison burns, but the beast burns hotter. The paralysis breaks, muscle by muscle, nerve by nerve. I shift. The dungeon cell is small, but the beast is determined. It tears the iron bars from the wall. It climbs the stairs, slaughtering the guards who try to stop it. It is not mindless, not this time. It is focused. It has a purpose. Find her. Save her. Kill anyone who stands in the way. The fortress is chaos. Kalen's remaining forces are disorganized, leaderless, easy prey. The beast cuts through them like wheat. Blood paints the walls. Bones crunch under paw. I do not care. I feel nothing but the pull of the bond, guiding me toward her. She is below. In the deepest cell. I can smell her blood, her fear, her fading hope. I reach the cell door. It is reinforced, magicked, designed to hold even a cursed beast. I throw myself against it. Once. Twice. 3 times. The door buckles. The magic shatters. I burst through. Lyra hangs from the wall, chains biting her wrists, her skin pale as death, her eyes closed. Blood drips from a dozen needle wounds. She is barely breathing. The beast shifts back. I am human again, naked, bleeding, poison still burning, but I am here. I am with her. Lyra, I gasp. I tear the chains from the wall. I catch her as she falls. Lyra, open your eyes. Please. Open your eyes. Her eyelids flutter. She looks at me. Her green eyes are dim, but they focus. Thorn, she whispers. You came. I will always come, I say. Tears stream down my face. Human tears. The curse cannot stop them now. I love you. I love you. I love you. She smiles. It is faint, broken, but it is real. The bond, she breathes. Complete it. Now. Before I am gone. The full moon is not until tomorrow. It does not matter. The bond, it is already there. Just, say the words. Exchange the blood. Please, Thorn. Before the end. I look at her. I look at the girl who touched my beast, who sang to a Wendigo, who faced a witch in dreams and refused to break. I bite my wrist. Blood wells, thick, dark, cursed. I press it to her lips. Drink, I command. She does. Weakly, barely, but she swallows. I lean down. I press my lips to the claiming mark on her chest. I speak the ancient words, the ones I learned from the books in the library, the words that bind wolf to wolf, heart to heart, soul to soul. By blood and vow, by moon and star, I claim you, Lyra. I choose you. I love you, the woman and the wolf, the healer and the warrior, the light and the shadow. You are my mate. You are my heart. You are my forever. The claiming mark flares. Golden light erupts from her chest, filling the cell, filling the dungeon, filling the world. I feel the bond snap into place, not forming, but completing, a chain with no weak links, a bridge with no gaps. Lyra gasps. Her back arches. The golden light pours into her wounds, healing them, sealing them, replacing what was taken. And then it flows into me. The poison burns away. The curse screams, a sound of rage and defeat, 1,000 years of spite unraveling in an instant. The beast inside me shudders, whines, and then settles. Not gone. Never gone. But tamed. Accepted. Loved. The light fades. Lyra opens her eyes. They are green and clear and alive. Thorn, she says. The curse. Broken, I say. I touch her face. My hand is steady. My skin is warm. You broke it. Your love. Your acceptance. You love the monster as much as the man. And the curse could not withstand it. She touches my face in return. Her fingers trace the scars that will never fade, the marks of 10 years of suffering. I love you, she says. All of you. Always. I kiss her. In the dungeon, in the blood, in the aftermath of battle, I kiss her. And for the first time in 10 years, I am whole. Chapter 23. The breaking. The curse breaks like a storm passing. I feel it go, a pressure lifting from my chest, from the air, from the world itself. The golden light of the completed bond fades, leaving behind a warmth that is not magic but something simpler. Something human. Thorn holds me. I hold him. We are both bleeding, both shaking, both alive. The fortress, Thorn says. Kalen's forces. We need to. They are gone, a voice says. Varric stands in the doorway. He is battered, his sword broken, his scarred face pale. But he is smiling. When the light erupted, he says, they ran. All of them. They felt the bond complete. They felt the curse break. They knew they could not stand against what you had become. What we had become, Thorn corrects. He helps me stand. My legs are weak, but they hold. We did this together. Varric nods. Together. He pauses. My lord, your eyes. Thorn touches his face. What about them? They are no longer silver. I look. Thorn's eyes, they are gray. A deep, stormy gray, like the sky before rain. Beautiful. Human. No longer the mirror-bright silver of the curse. The beast is still there, Thorn says. He closes his eyes, searching. I can feel it. But it is quiet. Content. It does not rage. It does not hunger. It is part of me, not a prison. And the scars? I ask. He looks at his arms, his chest. The scars remain, dozens of them, the map of 10 years of pain. But they are faded, silver white, no longer angry pink. They are part of me too, he says. And I am done being ashamed of them. We climb from the dungeon. The fortress is damaged, walls cracked, doors broken, blood staining the stone. But it stands. It has stood for centuries. It will stand for centuries more. Outside, the sun is setting. The sky is the color of roses and gold. Thorn turns to me. His gray eyes are soft, tender, full of a wonder he has not felt in a decade. The full moon is tonight, he says. The claiming is complete. The curse is broken. And I am free. He laughs. It is a strange sound, rusty and used. But it is real. It is joy. I laugh with him. We stand in the ruined courtyard, holding each other, laughing at the sky. Varek watches from the doorway. His one good eye is wet. Welcome back, my lord, he says. Welcome back. Chapter 24. The King and the Omega. On the night of the full moon, we claim each other again. Not out of necessity. Not to break a curse. But because we choose to. Because we want to. Because love is not a spell to be cast but a promise to be kept. We stand in the center of the great circle, the same circle where Lyra was rejected, though she does not know it yet. I had Varek clear the stones, wash away the blood, restore the runes. It is not the altar of bonding from Silver Creek. It is better. It is ours. The moon is full and merciful, and Lyra stands in its light wearing a dress of deep green, the color of the forest she has made her home. Her dark hair falls loose around her shoulders. The claiming mark on her chest glows faintly, a permanent reminder of what we have built. I stand before her in simple clothes, leather and linen, no armor, no crown. I am not a king tonight. I am just a man who loves a woman. Varek officiates. He speaks the old words, the ones that bind pack to pack, heart to heart. Thorn, he says. Do you choose Lyra? Not from obligation. Not from curse. But from love. I do, I say. My voice is steady. My heart is steady. Lyra, Varek says. Do you choose Thorn? Not from rescue. Not from gratitude. But from love. I do, she says. Her green eyes shine. Then by moon and blood, by vow and choice, you are bound. Not as master and servant. Not as Alpha and Omega. But as equals. As partners. As mates. We exchange blood again. A drop from my wrist, a drop from hers, mingled on the stone. The bond flares, warm and golden, but gentle now. No curse to fight. No pain to endure. Just love, pure and simple. We kiss. The pack, our new pack, the outcasts and rogues and broken wolves who have found their way to our mountain, howls in celebration. After, we walk through the forest. The forbidden woods are no longer forbidden. They are just woods. Beautiful, wild, free. Will you stay? I ask her. Here. In the fortress. Will you have me, she counters. Forever, I say. However long that is. I am mortal now. The curse gave me immortality, and you took it away. I will age. I will die. But I will do it with you. And that is more than I ever dared hope for. She stops. She turns to me. Her hands frame my face. Then I will stay, she says. Not because I have nowhere else to go. But because here, with you, is where I belong. We make love beneath the full moon, in the forest that was once a prison and is now a sanctuary. Her skin is warm. Her breath is sweet. Her wolf and mine dance together in the bond, no longer separate, no longer lonely. After, we lie in the moss, watching stars appear between the branches. What comes next, she asks. Life, I say. Whatever that means. Building something. Healing. Growing. Sounds like work, she teases. It is, I agree. But it is work worth doing. With you. She curls against me. Her heartbeat matches mine. The bond hums between us, a constant, comforting presence. I love you, Thorn, she whispers. I love you, Lyra, I answer. And for the first time in 10 years, I fall asleep without fear. Chapter 25. The New Alliance. 3 months pass. Spring comes to the mountain. The snow melts, revealing earth that smells of possibility. Flowers bloom in the courtyard, wild things that Varek insists he did not plant, that simply appeared, as if the mountain itself is celebrating. Our pack grows. Word spreads that the Beast King is free. That the curse is broken. That a new kingdom rises in the Forbidden Woods, a kingdom of second chances, of outcasts, of wolves who do not fit the narrow definitions of strength and power. They come slowly at first. A rogue with a scarred face and a gentle heart. A young wolf cast out for refusing to fight in his alpha's wars. A she-wolf who lost her mate to disease and could not bear to stay where every stone held his memory. Thorn greets each one. Not as a king receiving subjects, but as a man who knows what it is to be broken and rebuilt. We do not demand loyalty, he tells them. We offer family. You are free to leave whenever you choose. But while you are here, you are one of us. I heal them. My Omega gift, fully awakened by the bond, flows like water. I mend wounds physical and emotional. I teach the young ones to sing. I show the broken ones that strength comes in many forms. Varek becomes the fortress steward, organizing supplies, training guards, keeping order with a firm but fair hand. He smiles more now. The weight of 10 years of watching his friend suffer has lifted, replaced by the joy of watching him thrive. On the first day of summer, we hold a council. Representatives from 3 neighboring packs attend, not to challenge, but to ally. They have heard of the Omega who broke a curse. They have heard of the king who chose love over power. We want peace, Alpha Marin of the Stone Ridge pack says. She is old, scarred, wise. For too long, the territories have been divided. Weak packs preyed upon by strong. Omegas used as tools. We want what you have built. A new way. Then build it with us, Thorn says. Not as subjects. As partners. The old ways of dominance and submission have failed. Let us try something new. The alliance is formed. The wild territories, once a place of fear, become a place of hope. That night, Thorn and I walk to the ridge where we first hunted together. The valley spreads below us, green and gold, dotted with the fires of our growing pack. We did this, I say. You did this, he corrects. I was ready to die. You gave me a reason to live. We did this, I repeat. Together. He kisses me. The bond flares, warm and golden, a constant reminder that we are never alone. Chapter 26. The Witch's Final Curse. She comes on the longest day of summer. I am in the courtyard, teaching a young pup to shift, when the temperature drops. Frost forms on the stones. The flowers wilt. The birds fall silent. Morwen. She stands at the fortress gate, unchanged, black hair, burning eyes, a presence that makes the air itself tremble. She is alone. No army. No magic circle. Just her, and her rage, and her grief. The pack scatters, fleeing to the inner keep. I do not blame them. They have not faced a witch before. Lyra appears at my side. Her hand finds mine. The bond hums, strong and steady. Morwen, I say. My voice is calm. I am not afraid. Not anymore. You are not welcome here. I do not need your welcome, she says. Her voice is ice and ash. I need your destruction. The curse was supposed to last. You were supposed to suffer. And now you are happy. You are free. You have what I could not give you. That is not our fault, Lyra says. You chose spite. We chose love. Love won. Love won. Morwen laughs, and the sound cracks stone. Love is a lie. A chemical reaction. A weakness that predators exploit. I offered him power. I offered him eternity. And he threw it away for a wolf who would have died in childbirth within a decade. Ira loved him, Lyra says. Truly. Without condition. Without demand. That is what you could not offer. Not because you were not capable. Because you did not understand that love is not a transaction. Morwen's eyes narrow. She steps closer. Her presence presses against me, cold, suffocating. You think you understand me, little Omega, she hisses. You think your few weeks of happiness make you wise. I think your century of bitterness has made you lonely, Lyra says. And I think that loneliness is the only curse that matters. Morwen goes still. For a moment, something flickers in her burning eyes. Something almost human. I am sorry, Lyra says. That you loved someone who could not love you back. I am sorry that your grief became rage. I am sorry that you have spent a century alone, feeding on spite because it was the only thing that made you feel alive. But it does not have to end this way. You can let go. You can choose peace. You can choose to stop hurting. I cannot, Morwen whispers. And for the first time, she sounds old. She sounds tired. The curse is part of me. If I let it go, I let go of everything. My power. My purpose. My reason for existing. Then find a new purpose, Lyra says. Find a new reason. You are ancient. You are powerful. You could heal instead of harm. You could build instead of destroy. You could be so much more than a woman scorned. Morwen's face twists. Sentimental nonsense. Maybe. But it is true. And truth is the one magic you cannot break. Morwen closes her eyes. Tears, real tears, not magic, not illusion, stream down her face. I am so tired, she whispers. Then rest, Lyra says. Let go. Be free. Morwen opens her eyes. They are no longer burning. They are brown. Human. Sad. She looks at me. I am sorry, she says. For what I did to you. To Ira. To myself. I am sorry. I nod. I do not speak. There are no words for a century of pain. Morwen turns to Lyra. You are a remarkable creature, she says. You broke a curse that should have been unbreakable. Not with power. With kindness. That is a magic I never understood. She raises her hand one last time. Not to strike. To touch Lyra's face, gently, a brush of cold fingers against warm skin. Thank you, she says. And then she fades. Not dies, fades, becoming mist, becoming light, becoming something that drifts upward on the summer wind, free at last. The frost melts. The flowers bloom again. The birds sing. Lyra turns to me. Her eyes are wet. She is gone, she says. Yes. Did I do the right thing? I pull her close. I kiss her forehead. You did the only thing that could have worked. You loved her. Even her. And that is why you are extraordinary. She cries then. Not for Morwen, not entirely. For the weight of all the pain she has absorbed. For the cost of healing. I hold her. I will always hold her. Chapter 27. The Coronation. Autumn comes, and with it, a new beginning. The fortress has been rebuilt, expanded, transformed from a prison into a palace. Not a palace of gold and marble, those were never Thorn's style. But a palace of wood and stone, of hearths that burn warm and windows that let in the light. The wild territories have grown. 5 packs now call this land home. Rogues find sanctuary here. Omegas find respect. The old ways of dominance and submission are not forbidden, but they are no longer required. Each wolf chooses their path. And on the first day of the harvest moon, Thorn is crowned. Not as Beast King. That title belongs to the curse, to the past, to the monster he no longer is. He is crowned as Thorn, King of the Wild Territories. First of his name. Founder of a new way. I stand beside him during the ceremony. I wear a crown too, not of gold, but of woven silver leaves, crafted by the pack's artisans. I am not his queen. I am his partner. His equal. His mate. Varek places the crown on Thorn's head. His scarred face is proud. By moon and blood, Varek intones, by vow and choice, you are crowned. Not to rule, but to serve. Not to command, but to protect. May your reign be just. May your heart be true. May your love endure. The pack howls. 500 voices, rising in harmony, a sound that shakes the mountain and warms the soul. After, we dance. We feast. We celebrate the harvest, the alliance, the peace that has been so hard won. Thorn pulls me aside as the night deepens. We stand on the balcony where I first felt his gaze, where he first watched me from the shadows. Do you regret it? He asks. Any of it? The rejection, the wilderness, the curse. If you could go back, would you change anything? I think about it. I think about Kalen's cruelty, the cold of the woods, the fear of the beast, the pain of the curse. No, I say. Because every moment led me here. To you. To us. To this. He smiles. It is a smile that has grown easier over the months, that has lost the rust of disuse. It is a smile that lights his gray eyes and softens his scarred face. I love you, Lyra, he says. I love you, Thorn, I answer. We kiss beneath the harvest moon, crowned and free, two broken things that learn to be whole. Chapter 28. The Return and the Future. I return to Silver Creek on a winter morning. Not to stay. Not to rejoin. Just to see. To close a door. To say goodbye. The pack is smaller now. Kalen's death left a power vacuum that fractured the alliance. Some wolves left for the wild territories. Others stayed, rebuilding under a new alpha, a woman named Sarah, the raven shifter who warned us, who found her sister, who returned to lead. She meets me at the boundary. Her sharp face is softer now, her eyes less guarded. Lyra, she says. I did not expect you. I did not expect to come, I admit. But I needed to see it one last time. To remember who I was. And to let her go. Sarah nods. She understands. I walk through the territory where I grew up. The bakery where my mother worked. The stream where I played as a pup. The altar of bonding, now empty, its runes faded in the winter light. My mother finds me there. She is older, thinner, her eyes shadowed with regret. Lyra, she says. I am sorry. I should have stopped him. I should have fought for you. I know, I say. And I forgive you. But I do not belong here anymore. I have a new home. A new family. A new life. She hugs me. It is awkward, full of years of silence, but it is real. I am proud of you, she whispers. Thank you, I say. I find Torin by the training yard. My brother. He looks up when I approach, his jaw tight, his eyes uncertain. I am sorry, he says before I can speak. For not standing up to Kalen. For letting him cast you out. I was afraid. I am still afraid. But I am trying to be better. I know, I say. And I am glad. We do not embrace. We are not there yet. But we nod, and it is a beginning. I leave Silver Creek at noon. The sun is weak, the air cold, but my heart is warm. Thorn waits for me at the boundary. He is on horseback, a massive black stallion that matches his mood. He helps me onto the saddle behind him, and I wrap my arms around his waist. How was it? He asks. Bittersweet, I say. But necessary. I needed to say goodbye to who I was. To make room for who I am becoming. And who is that? I smile against his back. Lyra. Mate of the king of the wild territories. Healer. Warrior. Woman who loved a beast and found a man. He laughs. The sound carries across the snow. Then let us go home, he says. We ride into the winter, into the future, into the life we have built together. Epilogue. 5 years later. She shifts for the first time on a spring morning. Our daughter. Our miracle. The pup we were told could never exist, the curse made me sterile, or so the book said. But the bond healed what the curse broke. And now she is here, golden-furred and silver-eyed, tumbling across the courtyard grass like a ray of sunlight made flesh. Lyra watches from the doorway, her hand on her belly, round with our second child, a son this time, or so the healers say. Her green eyes shine. Her smile is the same one that stopped a Wendigo, that broke a curse, that healed a witch. She has your eyes, Lyra says. She has your heart, I answer. The pup, Ilara, we named her, after the star that shone brightest the night she was born, trots to Lyra and shifts back to human form. She is 3 years old, small, dark-haired, with a laugh that could melt ice. Mama, she says. I ran. I ran so fast. I saw, little one, Lyra says, scooping her up. You are the fastest wolf in the wild territories. Faster than Papa. Maybe, I say, kneeling to her level. But only if you practice. Being fast is not enough. You have to be kind. You have to be brave. You have to be true. Ilara nods solemnly, her silver eyes wide. Like Mama. Like Mama, I agree. Lyra kisses my cheek. The bond flares, warm and golden, as strong as the day we completed it. The wild territories thrive. 10 packs now. 1,000 wolves. A kingdom built not on dominance, but on choice. Not on fear, but on love. And at its heart, a fortress on a mountain, where a beast once raged and a man learned to hope. I look at my family. My mate. My daughter. The son yet to come. I am no longer the Beast King. I am Thorn. And I am home. Acknowledgements. This book would not exist without the countless readers who believe in second chances, in the power of love to heal what is broken, and in the idea that even monsters deserve to be seen. To everyone who has ever felt rejected, cast aside, or unworthy of love, this story is for you. You are stronger than you know. You are more loved than you believe. And your story is not over. To the communities of writers and readers who keep the flame of paranormal romance burning bright, thank you for your passion, your creativity, and your unwavering support. And to the wild places of the world, where the trees whisper ancient secrets and the moon still holds sway, may we always remember to listen. About the author. Kamsi Arthur is a passionate storyteller who creates immersive fiction filled with suspense, emotion, and powerful characters. With a love for crafting intense worlds and unforgettable journeys, he focuses on stories that explore strength, identity, and the hidden power within. His writing blends gripping action with deep emotional moments, keeping readers hooked from beginning to end. Through his books, Kamsi aims to inspire readers to believe in resilience, growth, and the courage to rise, even when everything seems lost. When he's not writing, he enjoys developing creative projects and building ideas that connect with people around the world.